That was Mac the Knife by jazz musician, artist, singer-songwriter, all the above, J.B. Baretsky, and you're listening to solar-powered KRUU FM, which is at 100.1 on your FM dial, whatever that is, and also on KRUUFM.com on the internet. I think you know what that is. And speaking of the internet, this was a place where I came across this character. This character who's on the line with me right now. Are you on the line right now, sir?
I am here. I'm here.
All right. J.B. Baretsky. J.B., tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I'm from Long Island, New York. I love jazz, whiskey, and just about anything that has to do with things that happened about 50 years ago.
And also at 4 in the morning, apparently.
Yeah, no, I was up a little late playing blackjack last night in Atlantic City. You know, I've been working real hard, wanted to come down, unwind, and, sometimes the cards fall my way. That's how I had to do it.
Do you just like to sort of sport around in Atlantic City as opposed to, you go there regularly, you kind of like the gambling thing?
I really just come down here because it's a really quick drive, 2.5 hours. Just come down here whenever I need 1 or 2 days, just take to myself. I'm not a huge gambler, but I like to do it. I like to drink. Sometimes come down on the weekend, maybe meet a girl, something like that. But I'm not a habitual Atlantic City visitor, but I like to come down here once in a while.
All right. So one of the songs, Mac the Knife, well, of course, we've got the setup here for J.B. Baretsky with Mac the Knife. Just tell me what are some of your favorite jazz standards, I guess, that you may or may not be performing? Actually, let's just go there. Which ones are you performing?
All right, well, my favorite, obviously the one we just played, Mac the Knife, one of my favorite songs. And I'm always surprised about how many people love hearing that song when I perform, and it surprised me because the song's about someone getting murdered, which I think just really shows the true nature of people, that they just want more violence. Other than that, I really like That's Life. That's one of my favorites. I like the message in that one. And Breath of the Blues, I really love. I love it as a song. Maybe not so much how I perform it, but the way other people have performed it. I love that song. Where'd
your jazz chops come from?
You know what? It's really funny. I sang in a lot of bands, and we did a lot of acoustic rock. And then my grandparent, my dad, sorry about that. My grandfather was asking me, you should do some stuff that Sinatra did. So I went in the studio one day and I tried it, and my manager Raj just said, "Wow, that's something right there. You got a little bit of a jazz thing for you," and I've been doing it ever since.
Hey. Did you? And you've been listening to older artists too. You said 50 years, so you're kind of developing your repertoire, huh?
Oh yeah, I love, other than Sinatra, I love Dean Martin, and my all-time favorites are probably two of the best, I think, stage performers that ever lived were probably Sammy Davis Jr. and Bobby Darin. Those guys, you combine their musical talent and their on-stage talent, they were just heads and tails above anything we have today.
Yeah, I've just been recently rediscovering Bobby Darin, and what an amazing character what an amazing human in addition to being a really great musical force.
Oh, yeah, if you ever seen the movie Beyond the Sea with Kevin Spacey, he just did an unbelievable job portraying him and all the facets that he could do with the singing, the comedy, the dancing. And to think that the guy only died when he was 36 or 37, and he did his whole career with a serious heart condition. It's just amazing.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, there's a song on the internet on YouTube, Once Upon a Time, one of the songs that he's not really known for it. Tony Bennett is known for it. And we'll come back to Tony Bennett in a second. I can't let that one get away. But it's really touching where he keeps the piano, his piano accompanist is trying to give him the cue to come in, and he's going, give me another one, because he's just having a hard time catching his breath,
I know exactly the video. I've watched it 1,000 times. It's one of my favorite renditions of that song. And you're right. It's just, and the way he plays it off is, I need to catch a breath. I just need to catch a breath. And the way he plays it off, you don't see those little subtle nuances anymore in performances. It's all about, lights and fog machines and 30 backup dancers, and you don't have that, one-on-one communication with performer and audience anymore.
Yeah. Do you think that was the superpower that maybe the Frank Sinatras and the Dean Martins and the Sammy Davis Jr.'s and Bobby Darins had?
Oh, absolutely. To be able to have one person on a stage and capture an entire audience's attention for how long they played it, 45 minutes to an hour, to be able to hold an audience attention like that. I mean, you think about how attention spans have worn down over the generations. It'd be almost impossible in this generation right now, but I mean, it's something I would love to try. But yeah, absolutely, that's something that they had that was special to them, and unfortunately, we don't really see too much of it anymore.
Yeah, how would you try it?
I would just really try and be myself. I love to make people laugh, and I love to show as much emotion as I can. And I think if you're emotional and the audience can feel it, then they're going to want to pay attention to you. I just want to be somebody that people love to watch and just watch perform, and that's basically what I'm just going to try and give all my emotion to whether it's 10 people or it's 110. I just want to give everything I have to everybody every time I go on the stage.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good way to look at it. I wanted, YouTube. You said to watch, and obviously, YouTube is your biggest, I guess, outlet right now. And I watched some of the videos that you did, and one of them that was interesting was, and it's always an interesting choice by people. Although I wish they would retire this darn song, is Hallelujah. What brought you to Hallelujah?
Actually, I was still in college, and I was doing a jazz band course there. And me and my guitarist, Tom Sheridan, who I still play with today, we were fooling around one day after class, and I started playing on the piano, and he started playing on guitar, and I ended up playing it at the end of the year, at the end of the semester jazz concert. Yeah. And the reaction I got from the small crowd we had was pretty big, so I did it again at one of my house performances, and it went over big. And I like this song because on YouTube I dedicated to the soldiers and their mothers, and it's just a really touching song, I feel. And it was something that I really could convey a little bit of emotion because I felt hurt, and I can put that into the lyrics of those songs, or that song in particular. And that's why I know people have done it a lot, but I just wanted to put my own spin on it. You don't really have somebody trying to do a jazz spin of that song. It's always just the same old recording of it. So that's really what brought me to that song.
Nice. Was that guitar player that you mentioned? Was he the one that who accompanied you
on the Hallelujah track?
And Mac the Knife.
On Mac the Knife, yes, that was him. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, what is the connection between Hallelujah and the Troops? Is there something like that I've missed historically here that I should be caught up on?
It's not an old war song like some of the standards are from the 40s, like Here's That Rainy Day. It's not a war song, but I don't know. It was just an emotional thing with me. The lyrics of the song and the pain it can convey just really hit home with me. With people fighting and especially for the mothers who have to just deal with the fact that their loved ones are overseas and that kind of mental stress it can have on them.
Yeah. Well, in addition to your covers, you also do a few originals. Actually, let's go to one more time to a couple of covers here. Dynamite. What got you into that one?
Actually, I was doing a show at St. Joseph's College. Anytime you do something for a college crowd, I wanted to do something that would bring them in with their attention. So I did a medley, and we went from Run Around Sue to a couple songs from the '90s, and then I decided to throw in Dynamite, and the reaction we got again from the crowd was huge. So me and my manager sat down and we discussed it, and we said maybe we should do an actual jazz, maybe piano cover of the song, and that's how it came across. Now the problem was that when I record a song, I take the lyrics, I print them out, I read them like a poem, so I can get some kind of emotional connection with what the writer was trying to convey. Kind of hard to do with those lyrics; they're kind of bland. Not a lot of emotional thought in those, but right. I was really happy with the way the cover came out.
Yeah, and you also did Last Kiss.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite songs. I mean, I know it's made. It was made most recently famous by Pearl Jam because they did a great cover of it. But I remember hearing the early version from the '60s when I was driving the car with my father, and it was a song that I was able to put I was able to play harmonica on the end of the track there too, which is something my grandfather told me when I was like 5 years old. So that was another, emotional, special thing for me.
All right. Now I started, and of course I changed track as I normally do, but I started with originals. There are also some originals that you've concocted, sir. Can you go into your creative process when you write?
Well, I start with a basic idea of a song, and then I'll try and write chords that surround it and get the mood of that idea. And then once I have the chords done, then I can start working on I work on the vocal melody next. And once I get the vocal melody down, I really just take probably about a month to just really think and prepare and write the lyrics.
Yeah. Well, and what and then what do? You have to race to the studio and get that down?
No, I let my manager Raj know that, hey, I've been working on the song. It's almost done. Maybe I tell him from when I start talking to him, probably a week and a half from that point, we can make a studio date. Then we get in there. We don't really try. We don't want to rush things because we want we want the product that we put out to be satisfactory to us.
Right. All right. Now, on your original One Nighter, you have this sort of press-ish photo that's on there where you're wearing glasses. So have you had LASIK since then?
No, I just have glasses. I'm supposed to wear them all the time, especially when I drive, but because I have a distance problem. I really never wear my glasses. It's just that when we record it's late at night and I have to wear them to drive, so I just forget to take them in. Take them off when I go in the studio, and then the pictures come out like that.
JB, I'm just goofing with you. You're a fellow New Yorker, so I had to do that to you.
Yeah, no, I wasn't getting it. No, I don't want anybody slicing open my eyes. Okay, how trained you are. My eyes I need those.
All right, so being a wise guy New Yorker, give me a story or two of what's happened recently other than Atlantic City that you kind of liked, that's kind of funny.
Oh my God! Well, I got to tell you, there was one time we were over the summer. I got to play Lincoln Center in New York City,
right?
And it was a small little thing that happened, but it got me like a little taste of what it would like to be famous. I was doing a performance. Here comes this guy charging at me on this, just charging straight at me from the audience. I looked over at stage where my father was sitting. He gave me this look of panic because he didn't know what to do. The guy stopped about a foot from the stage and just started staring at me for like 15 minutes. Then he reaches into his bag. Now I'm flipping out because I think he's going to pull a gun or a knife or something on me. Takes out a camera. He zooms in on my tie. Takes about 4 or 5 pictures of my tie and my hands, and then runs off in the opposite direction. It was the most bizarre. Only in New York would somebody just sprint from 130 feet away, take 4 pictures of your hands and tie, and then sprint off in another direction, not even say a word.
And this was some kind of surprise?
To me, yeah. I mean, you see a guy running at you from 15 rows back. It's a little daunting.
Yeah.
But I don't know what he was thinking. That day also somebody wearing an umbrella as a pair of pants, so go figure. I don't really know what to think when I go to New York. It's a whole different animal for me.
All right, well, one of the folks, you're a Long Islander, right?
Yes, I am.
All right, so one of your patron saints and one of my favorite artists ever, I must say, I hate to put it in the context of he's a guilty pleasure. No, the heck with that. I really like this guy, Billy Joel. So how big of a patron saint is Billy Joel to you?
I wouldn't call him a patron saint. I'm not taking anything away from him. I don't have a little shrine in my closet to him or anything. I did see him in concert probably 5 years ago when he had an amazing run at the Garden. It's incredible. Every song he did was a #1 hit. It's amazing. Like, there's the body of work and the creativity that comes. Now that you mentioned that, he really should be a patron saint. But I admire his piano skill alone is incredible. His songwriting ability is incredible. His voice, he really is. He's up there. He's up there in my shrine of people that I need to start worshiping.
Yes, he is. And what about New York State of Mind? How many times do you play that a day?
Oh my God! There was a point about 5 years ago I listened to that song at least twice a day. That was like the anthem for everything. Yeah. Every car ride I took started with that song.
Yeah. Now I'm a big Paul Simon fan too. Are you into any other kind of artists like that?
trying to think. Actually, one of the more, one of the more obscure bands that I really follow and I love, and I've seen about 5 times a concert, Hootie and the Blowfish. For some reason, I just love Hootie and the Blowfish. I love Darius Rucker. And actually, people quote, as recent people right now, I'm in love with Taylor Swift.
Ah, nice. And
as is the rest of the freaking country, right?
I know. Did you see the show the other night? It's like she walks away with everything all the time.
Yeah, I know. She wins everything. Actually, I had somebody interview me a couple months ago, and they asked me if she was going to win anything. I'm like, of course she's going to win something. She wins everything.
You know what's funny is this is how you could tell two New Yorkers are talking to each other, because I threw out there, I wasn't specific about anything. I said, yeah, you know that show she was on, and she won, that thing, and you knew exactly what I was talking about.
What's going on?
Yeah, we know what's going on. All right, what else we got? Okay, so you're a new artist, so I'm going to unfairly ask you for advice for new artists.
Right, well, I always say the same thing. I heard Jackie Gleason say this on The Tonight Show. I mean, not live. I watched it on YouTube, obviously, because I'm not, 90. But he said, if you think you're going to make it on talent alone, you're fooling yourself. You got to have some luck. And I happened to know a guy from high school who was in the industry. That's my manager, Raj. And he knows people. He knows how to get in a business. He was my luck. So my in was him. I got lucky, and now we're going to see if I have the talent to make it. But if you have talent, just keep persevering and wait for that stroke of luck to come. And if you work hard, it's going to come. That's all I got to say. Good things come to those who wait. I know it's cliche, but it's totally true.
Nice. Good. Nice. And what is the future looking like? What's your immediate future looking like?
Well, right now, like my immediate future, I need to get out of bed at some point. I got to check out. But other than that, I think I'm looking forward to. I have a show December 4th at Bating Hollow Vineyard in Long Island. And we're looking for some. I think I'm going to do a short tour in late March, early April. So that's what I'm looking forward to right now.
Cool. And you're also working on an album, right?
I'm working on that album. I want to get at least maybe 2 more originals on there and release it with some more covers. I'm working on. I got a song right now. It's really close to being finished. I don't have a title for you because I do that last. But I got another original coming up quick, and just want to get that album out as soon as possible. Nice,
good stuff. All right, well, how about we're coming to the end here. Unless you want to tell me your whole history from birth, I'm not sure you'd be able to check out in time.
Yeah, no, I don't think. I mean, I'm only 24, but I have some stories. But maybe we'll save those for another time.
Well, give me one.
Oh God. Well, I'm gonna finish with one that's maybe not. It's not funny at all. It's a little. It's the reason why I really went after this. My uncle, who was my godfather, basically my second father, was diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease in November of 2008, and I sat back and I thought, here's a guy who did everything right. He got married, he had the kids, he had the great, he had a solid job, he did everything right. And in the end, here comes this disease, and you can't do anything about it. And I just realized that life can be so unfair, and I don't want to be in that situation. God forbid it ever happens to me. I don't want to be laying in bed thinking, man, I wish I would have went after that thing that I wanted since I was 5 years old. I wish I would have went after this. So I want to leave you with, I'm going after something that I wanted since I was 5 years old. And whether I make it to whatever level that society thinks is fame or not, I'm going to be able to live with no regrets because I'm going after it now. Well, that's what I want to leave you with.
That's that's pretty intense stuff, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, all right, we're talking with JB Baretsky, new artist, to me anyway, but to folks in New York, probably not, because you've been kicking around playing colleges and stuff for quite a while, right?
Yeah, I mean, the college crowd, my whole thing is I want to get this music out to a younger generation, someone that hasn't heard it, the only person who really heard it from is Michael Bublé, so I just wanted to get it out there. So I do as many colleges as will let me, basically.
Yeah. And how big is your head now that Pulse magazine and Jazz Times and the Modern Male Perspective and all that have now done like reviews and things on you?
I have to tell you, people have worried about that. I will tell you, my parents keep me in check. I still mow the lawn. I still rake the leaves. I work a 9 to 5, 40-hour week job at a retail company. I'm not just kicking it in Atlantic City all the time. I work, and my parents keep me grounded, and my work keeps me grounded. So.
All right, JB. Well, all the best on that, and of course, in the future, we got to do this again. No doubt, you're going to have a really great future. So, all the best, my friend.
Thank you very much, Mike. Anything I can ever do for you, let me know.
All right, you got it. Hey, don't go away. I need a couple of station IDs from you.
Okay.
All right, can you do? Hey, this is JB Baretsky, and you're listening to Solar Powered KRUU FM.
Sure. Hey, what's going on? This is JB Baretsky, and you're listening to Solar Powered KRUU. What is it?
Nice. That's great, actually. Hi, this is JB Baretsky, and you're listening to Solar Powered KRUU FM.
That was it. Solar Powered KRUU FM. I messed that up. All right, sorry. Hey, what's going on? This is JB Baretsky. You're listening to Solar Powered KRUU. God! I need a script, Mike.
Go for it.
Solar Powered KRUU FM.
Yeah, Solar Powered KRUU FM.
Thank you. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is JB Baretsky, and you're listening to Solar Powered KRUU FM.
Nice, perfect. And then can you give me one which would be, hi, this is JB Baretsky, and you're listening to Mike Ragogna on Solar Powered KRUU FM.
Sure. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is JB Baretsky. You're listening to Mike Ragogna on Solar Powered KRUU FM.
Very nice. All right. I don't want to take up any more of your time, and I don't want you getting charged for another day over there.
Thanks, man.
All right, you're good. Good luck with everything, buddy.
Thanks. I'm going to tell Raj to email you some MP3s of a Back to Knife, right?
Actually of as many things as you can.
As many? Okay.
All right, and focus on the stuff you care about mainly, okay?
Okay, thank you very much, Mike. All right, I really appreciate it.
All right, take care of yourself.
All right, talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.